In this video, I'll be helping you with the ALEKS problem type called factoring a quadratic with leading coefficient greater than 1, problem type 1. In this example, we're asked to factor 7x squared minus 18x plus 8, but we're told that we're factoring a quadratic, and this expression is just a trinomial. But we can turn it into a quadratic by using the AC method, and then factor it by grouping. And for the AC method, we are multiplying the A and C coefficients. So in this example, we're multiplying 7 and 8. Both are positive. And when we multiply, we get 56. Next, we look at the factors of 56, which could be 1 and 56, 2 and 28, 4 and 14, or 7 and 8. And our goal here is to replace the middle term with one of these rows. And since this is a positive 56, the sign for the factors would have to be the same, but add to a negative 18, so a negative 4 and a negative 14 would work. So from here, we can now rewrite this trinomial, replacing the middle term with a negative 4x and a minus 14x. And notice that this is the same expression, we just now have a quadratic. And since we have a quadratic, I can group the first two terms together, and I see that they both have an x. So I can factor out an x, and from the first term, I would be left with 7x, and from the second term, just a minus 4. So I factored out an x. Looking at the last two terms, I see that they have a common 2, and since that leading coefficient is negative, I can factor out a negative 2, and I would be left in the first term with a positive 7x, and in the second term with a minus 4. And now that we've factored out the greatest common factor in the first two terms and the last two terms, I can see that they both have a 7x minus 4. So I can factor out the 7x minus 4. From the first term, I still have the x, and from the second term, I still have the minus 2. So this would be the factored form, and we were able to factor using the AC method, turning the trinomial into a quadratic, and then factoring by grouping.